Hello to gorgeous you. I am really thankful that you have clicked to watch the replay of this epic life and even generations changing masterclass with me, Laura Garrett, and my team, The Holistic Enterprise. So without further ado, let's get started. So bear a second and I'll share the screen. The masterclass is going to be around 60 to 90 minutes long, guys. So take some coffee, have a cup of tea, take some notes, find a place where you can be silent, either by driving a car, walking a dog, or just enjoying yourself on a beach. Here I am delivering you this life-changing and business growth-changing masterclass. So beyond growth, how gifted CEOs are amplifying impact and wealth without rigid hierarchical structures as this one in the era of hybrid work. This is the masterclass where I am gonna inspire and deliver the disruptive framework that has allowed CEOs of 5 to 100 million plus companies actually to realign their enterprises, their vision, the teams, and beyond to work for one audacious purpose. So what is the holistic enterprise? So first of all, it is home for brave and elite entrepreneurs and CEOs, just as you and your incredible teams. And that may sound insane, but if you feel that your purpose is bigger than your life, if you know that the impact you are unfolding is beyond just serving the shareholders, you simply cannot afford to squeeze your beautiful business empire into the linear structures of soulless, not breathing organizations. And our legacy on this planet Earth and our calling and duty and the reason why me and my team, we wake up every morning and go to bed, late and work in the weekends, it is that we are here on a mission to reach 1 million brave leaders globally with whom we can co-create, discover, and whom we can inspire to grow the businesses beyond hierarchical structures while being fully aligned with the purest essence of the impact and soul, even when their teams grow from 50 to 5,000 people. And the purpose of this masterclass is to share ways and give you case studies of our clients, what they have done, how they have preached that grow, right, without those linear stifled structures. And I'm going to deliver for you the swift, impeccable, and most simple way to add value to your business empire without squeezing your people talents, your own talent, and the illusion of the control into those tiny little boxes of organizational charts where you can literally amplify your impact and build wealth by millions in a hybrid remote work. And I promise you, once you wear the holistic business glasses, you will never ever gonna fall back into the way of growing your business as separate parts. It is clear to me that we entered a turning point when it comes to nourishing our businesses as stifled, linear, and soulless structures in the era of impact and hybrid work. Now, 92% of all the changes fail to bring value because we continue to rely on the old rigid managerial methods, which are not suited for this new world. We continue to cascade strategy, top-down, vertically to separate functions. We continue to control business as separate parts by nonsense red and green KPIs, because we kind of, are afraid to find innovative ways to really have the control of the business as the whole. So we keep on doing that separately and kind of have the illusion of the control. And we continue to ask each team, each division to focus on their own KPIs as efficiency, cost, quality, and delivery on time. But at the same time, we silently, as the CEOs and as the business owners, we desire growth, speed, adaptiveness in this era of hybrid and remote work. Now, CEOs are finding it harder and harder to amplify impact and wealth by using these 100-year-old top-down managerial methods. Our clients find it difficult to connect people to one purpose, especially when we are all scattered around the world. To focus the teams on few leveraging initiatives, profiting the whole, and nurture the collective well-being. But I am here to share with you that is already the past. And guys, we together are literally rewriting our history and stepping into the future of holistic leadership paradigms. So here are a few cases of our clients. In 3 years, we amplified our revenue from 32 to 59 million euros, and it is a wholesale furniture material company. The head of HR, she is saying, I have never seen our company of 250 people working as one heartbeat. When pandemic started, we had to reorganize everything in our business. Now, in 1 week, we called to 3,000 clients and re-agreed, reassured, and adapted our promises to the change needs. That was freaking brave. We stood strong in our purpose and let the clients cancel the orders. That helped us to secure theirs and our cash flows. Now, thinking and acting holistically beyond our ego produced massive wins for everybody in our ecosystem. Today, guys, this company lives without command and control. It doesn't have actually organizational chart. It's 250 people. They are all over a couple of, in one country, and they as well establishing in other countries with the sales. So that is possible. Another client, a managing director of Expansive, and he said that they amplified revenue from 21 million to 28 just in 1 year. At the age of 41, he became a managing director in the internationally known company within sheet metal. Since 2017, that company was steadily delivering revenue around 20 to 21 million a year. And he kind of inherited the team's mentality of a save heaven on earth. Now, while being passionate about client centricity and progressive ways of growing businesses beyond organizational charts and silo mentality, he said that I and this team of 180 people can do far more than just sit and watch our ship drifting. It is my duty to share the responsibility and flatten the org structure so everyone feels meaningful, everyone understands the client needs, understands how the money flows, and understands the dependency so they can make the decisions without me. That was brave too. And see, guys, when we are more than one, growing our businesses, we can literally amplify wealth and impact. Now, another smaller client, which I am fully in love with, it's an implantology clinic, a local one, and a picture of their team. They doubled the revenue from 370,000 euros to 600,000 euros, and profit from 40,000 euros to 90,000 euros during the first year of pandemic. And if you remember clearly, all the dentist clinics and hairdresser shops, barber shops, they were closed because people we've been having virus, right? So and it was all over the world, but they have done something extraordinary to keep advising the clients online and keep their schedules busy with the right clients. So what she said, the CEO and the owner, that being a dentist and a CEO and a mother of 3 kids was deeply challenging. And I chose to grow the clinic where I am not the smartest person in the room. During pandemic, I fully involved and aligned doctors, assistants, administration, and suppliers to work together for one purpose. And it was the most expansive and life-changing experience for the team, our clients, and even my family. Today, the teams are fully in control of managing our patient journey end to end, even looking after our cash flows. And meanwhile, I am on a maternity leave, enjoying motherhooding her 3rd child. And that's another client. They doubled the revenue from 60 million to 120 million in 4 years. And this is the COO of Kitron Group. When COVID-19 hit, we were extremely fortunate to have already established holistic daily meetings. And it took us less than a week to transition to remote work without losing anything. And this discipline saved not only our cash, revenue, and profits, it as well helped us to reinforce seamless relationships with clients and suppliers and grow. So their quality increased, lead times decreased due to transparent information flow, and the teams are continuously making right decisions because they are not working in silos as separate parts, but they are focusing on the business growth as the entire team, looking at it as a whole. And the last client, in 1 year, they grew from 4 to 7 million. It's a company of Circle Plus. And the CEO was saying, as entrepreneur, I was making decisions alone, and the team wasn't developing business growth without me. They were always looking for my answers, always calling, always, looking, at my door and looking at my face, what I'm gonna say. Now, after 10 years, I reached the limit a one man can handle. And now they're making decisions together, and the teams are fully owning their responsibility. He says, I regret I haven't started working this way earlier, because I thought that my company and my team of 15 plus people is still too small for having consultants in the place. And today, the company actually grew beyond its imagination. I still remember how Vilma, my co-partner, was talking about them. And they doubled the capacity and sales within the same team and without any type of organizational chart. Easy, and it can be done. Those companies were playing way too small, because managing the growth as separate parts was all they knew. And the reason they got these results, all these CEOs and entrepreneurs, it is simply because they applied the epic principles of the holistic business paradigm in the era of hybrid and remote work. And the picture tells more than 1,000 words. And when I say that your impact is bigger than serving the profits, short-term profits for shareholders, and even that shareholder can be you. And if your purpose is bigger than your life, and I believe that it is, otherwise you wouldn't be standing in the role as the CEO, and you wouldn't be on the endeavor as the entrepreneur. You cannot simply squeeze that purpose and impact into this type of the system, because your impact and purpose is far bigger than those linear boxes. What we want at the end of the day, it is to have a living system where it is reflecting 100% our impact and the reason why on the first place we made a decision to start a company or to become a leader. Okay? Right now is the slowest rate of change which we will ever experience for the rest of our lives. Now, nevertheless, it seems that those silo-based structures of our businesses are more untouchable than ever. Hierarchy limits our potential. It doesn't show the whole picture. It restricts information flow between individuals, teams, clients, and suppliers. And therefore, it restricts a high quality, wise, and fast decisions which are needed on our day-to-day operations. The siloed structures keep us small. It creates walls between departments unnecessarily, and it encourages conflicts. While, the client is shouting, "Oh, where have you been? I've been sending you a couple of emails and waiting for my promise to be delivered." We are looking at the budget as the god and fighting for it. The hierarchical thinking is dangerous. It tolerates mediocrity. It waters down the essence of your business. It is a death to your impact and dreams. The world has changed and life goes on, doesn't wait for our awakening. And we know, and I know that you know, that the silo mentality and the world of cubicle structures doesn't fit longer. Teams are yearning for agile and diverse work discipline. Talents crave to belong for far bigger purpose and actually produce impact. Supply chains are fragmented and unpredictable. Nothing is predictable any longer. And a new world calls for holistic leaders able to fulfill those big impacts and really break paradigms. Now, technologies, it gives enormous possibilities to break the silo performance and to make sure that information is flowing seamlessly. But when the fundamentals are missing, when the fundamentals are not there, established as a holistic system, we have holes within the hole. It's been niggling you for quite some time because your inner captain knows there is a better way to grow your beautiful business empire. You've been reading and continuously, searching for ways to adapt the way you are running and nurturing business to this new reality. And the more you look at all the articles and all the trends, everyone and everything around is literally, showing that the remote and hybrid work is here for staying. That information flow has to be seamless. That the hierarchical pyramids are not suiting any longer. That we have to be fitter, flatter, faster. Basically that any type of company, doesn't matter what size, they can run literally as a self kind of managed living organism, being fully anchored to its bigger purpose and impact. And your role from a captain of the ship is changing to a role of an architect of that ecosystem, which is designed in a holistic way. And since you are so much into that, you are reading as well of many various kind of ways how you can go away from hierarchical structures to more fitter, fatter, flatter, and more speedy kind of systems. So you are reading about amoebas, micro communities, mini factories, lattice, and squads, you name it. Like there is a couple of patterns in each of them. Each of them has this willingness to give autonomy of the decision making to people. It has fully anchored the impact and purpose of the business and the client in it. Its structures is always evolving because every day can be different. There is clear end-to-end responsibilities basically in each of these systems, which are not linear. We have the holistic business principles embedded in it. And today, at this masterclass, I promised you to deliver 3 principles where you will be able to, as the architect of your business empire, to design something completely new, which might not even be here. And the community which we are creating at our Holistic Enterprise Lounge, it is all about attracting brave and elite entrepreneurs and CEOs just as you, so we can together co-create something the world hasn't yet seen. Okay, so let's continue. And I know that you would say, Laura, everything is fine. I love these new ways of growing the business, but I don't know where to start, how to start without really creating a revolution, because we have done so much before, either with other consultants or yourself, and you have processes, maybe you have already KPIs, maybe you already have an organizational structure and some type of accountability vertically. That's fine. None of that will be deleted. It will be elevated, and that's going to be even easier to take you further. And this is exactly where you and I come in. This is the moment in time for the brave CEOs to embed the holistic business principles and actually amplify impact and wealth. Now, why all these clients of ours, they are successful in transformations? There are a couple of reasons behind that. One of the reasons is that we took a completely different approach because we understand how to grow the business in a holistic way. And another thing is that the reason that we never take too many clients as we can choose, so we kind of are selective who can be around and who are really committed to deliver and fulfill everything what we co-create together. So we have innovated and not only practically, but as well as scientifically proved the holistic business framework, which is consisting of 15 plus various ways and simple ways how you can, guys, take your business from growing it alone, let's say, to growing it together with your teams as that holistic system. So some of them are here. So first of all, is creating interdependent teams instead of siloed functions, shared and clear responsibilities of daily tasks in your business operations end-to-end, meaning all the way from creating awareness in the market to receiving the profit and doing the after sales. Collaborative visual team meetings while monitoring the business as the whole rather than little tiny function. Impact and purpose-led measures or KPIs connected to the teams, and creating structures for right and timely decision-making within individuals and teams with one end goal in mind. And as well, knitting or planning the strategy together with your clients, suppliers, and teams, and be brave enough not to only sit in your little tiny box in a hotel conference room, but actually to invite clients and suppliers to do that planning together. So you are deleting the boundaries of your legal system because your value creation is happening horizontally with them. So welcome to the future-ready holistic business realm, which is a value-based, adaptive, decision-making framework that integrates holistically all the aspects not only, guys, of your business, but as well of your human being, because we have everything from soul anchored into that, mind, body, decision making, when looking at it through the lens of interactions. Because at the end of the day, it is our teams together growing this impact, which maybe we created years ago. And this is not any longer our show as a one man or a lady show. I am here as the CEO or entrepreneur, stepping into the role to really become an architect to fulfill the impact and purpose which I am called to do. That vision of mine and my team is actually far bigger than us anymore, and it has a life of itself. And I decided to build a holistic business legacy and influence conscious leaders to co-create those beautiful living systems, fully reflecting their impact and soul, because years ago, we started our consulting kind of endeavor after I was an entrepreneur, an owner of a manufacturing company. We started our endeavor in 2011, and we've been and we are highly successful, and we have this purely golden reputation. And what we noticed was that all of our clients with whom we worked, they were those either bigger or SME companies, let's say of 100, 500, 5,000, 30,000 people was the biggest one. Coming in those companies and being with them, delivering transformation, it was fine. But I was thinking that it is a wrong moment, time-wise. We are stepping into their systems. Now, why? Because when they are calling for us, they already have, as I call, kind of organizational diseases. I know that word doesn't sound, positive, but I have to bring this up so you can be aware about it. And I was thinking why these companies feel okay to call us in, and they are okay to find, so much time to make that transformation happen, and pour even 200,000 or even 500,000 500,000 in this transformation. Why can't they do it earlier? That was the question I was having in my head. And when I was speaking and talking or reflecting with our clients, I was always asking, how can we step in, or how we could step into your business way earlier and actually gave you the awareness to design the system, design the business growth beyond hierarchy, so you would never ever need to pour so much money, so much time, and feel kind of drained from seeing all those sicknesses around in the organization. And all these dialogues, they led me and my team to discover our own legacy, and this is one of the reasons why we are now creating this movement. It is to make sure that the voice of our vision is heard, and that we can be the source, the guides, the mentors for entrepreneurs and CEOs and their incredible teams far earlier on their business life cycles, so they would never need to invest that much money and be ill within their beautiful systems. So this is what we created this year. It is going kind of descending our model down and making it available for any type of company within any type of niche. Doesn't matter if it's 5 people, as I said, or 50 or 5,000. You can literally find everything needed in the Holistic Enterprise launch, and it's far cheaper, it's far more relevant for you, And I can promise when you step in here, you will no longer need to work and invest so much money on curing the symptoms of your diseases, because what we want to do it is to prevent organization from slowing down. We want you to elevate constantly and fulfill your impact and purpose. And I personally want to feel your amplified energy every day, because your talent and legacy is far beyond bigger than being up here with us curing symptoms. And we came up as well with the help of our clients, because some of them are saying, I'm not sure yet if I can onboard my team, because I have to understand that myself first in a safe and intimate environment, maybe as well with other peers all over the world. And we said, fine, let's create this launch where both teams can join and CEOs can join, where CEOs can work one-on-one with us and understand how they can grow beyond hierarchies. The reason I'm showing this, guys, it is basically to tell you that please do not wait to onboard 50, 150, 5,000 people to your beautiful business. You can start, and you should, weaving the impact and purpose into your daily operations, into your daily strategy execution far earlier than you get a feeling that, oh my God, I am losing the control of this baby, which I created. So if you get a feeling of fear that you're losing the control of your impact of your organization you created, step in. We will give you guidance and make sure that you are not limiting yourself from growth. I am here to show you how, without making a big revolution, without investing 6 to 7 figures for consultants, you can elevate your teams and system results effortlessly. Now, for the 1% of the world's gifted leaders and you, guys, we have once in a lifetime opportunity, as I say, to unzip us from hierarchical blueprints and out-innovate the leadership on our own terms. So let's kiss goodbye to the silo mentality, because it doesn't matter if it is a top-down, bottom-up, it's still vertical. It's just still one way. And your business doesn't work like that. A flower, a forest, even the building is not being built like that. It's the interactions, interdependencies, non-linear structures, which are having the embedded heartbeat of your impact and soul in it. And let's become the holistic CEOs who are able to design these living, breathing systems. Now, there are many managers with a heavy crown thriving in a silo mainstream model of running business top down with a big, heavy crowns, but without realizing that they stand in their own way of growth. They literally don't realize that. Sometimes they even, I feel that they love having this privilege of bossing. But I know that if you are watching this masterclass, you are far more intelligent and noble than that. But the holistic CEOs, they don't wear the crown. You are here, and I see you potent and ready to step into the role and become the holistic CEO. The holistic CEOs, they see their business as an interacting system. They don't have the illusion that moving tiny little boxes in the organizational chart will improve the whole business results. The holistic CEO understands that asking the heads of the teams, separate teams, to report their performance results, it is actually leaving money and impact on the table. Meanwhile, the mainstream CEO with a heavy crown, he's looking how he can desperately implement, that's what he would say, a KPI system as a remote control to compare one department or one region with another. Mainstream CEOs, they improve separate parts of the business. Meanwhile, the holistic CEO designs a seamless end-to-end change impacting the whole business. The holistic CEO doesn't break down the purpose into functional targets, budgets, or KPIs. He knows or she knows that cascading down leaves holes within the whole. Instead, he is knitting, right? Horizontally knitting the purpose, impact, and strategy together with the teams, clients, and suppliers. The holistic CEO anchors the purpose of the business in every thought and every decision. She breathes the purpose. She talks to the purpose. She sleeps and wakes up along with the business purpose. And the holistic CEOs are the best architects of the business design. They see all these interdependent parts inside the company, around the company, and they understand how these parts are behaving over the time. They take ownership and they find time in their calendars always to create this living, breathing, and constantly evolving business which grows. The holistic CEOs are deeply conscious human beings. They feel oneness with the system in their being. And they are building a seamless holistic enterprises in the most novel and elegant ways. And what I mean by that, it is, if I am that CEO, I do not have the expectations that suddenly everything is going to change within 1 week. Yeah, within 1 week, the mindset most likely will change. But I do understand that there is a systemic effort, a systemic focus and choice to stand in my genius and to be sure that I know that my impact and purpose is far beyond bigger than I can put it in an organizational chart or any type of linear hierarchy. Now, the holistic CEO never looks at the market for blindly copying kind of what others are doing. She is stepping back again into her own genius, and she asks, what is the impact and legacy our business is here for? Now, why is this important to me? Because adopting the holistic business principles, guys, makes so much sense. But both CEOs and their teams have to level up. They have to unlearn what they learned in this about the stifled, rigid, mainstream managerial ways. Please stop watering down the impact of your business. Your talent is too unique and your legacy is too important. I know you can take the level of responsibility others don't even dare to think about. And this is why you are a true paradigm breaker. You are the holistic CEO. Own it. Be it effortlessly and unapologetically. That was my inspirational part. And I really, really know, not only hope, I wanted to say I hope, but then I thought, okay, I'll say that I know that it elevated you, because every time I do that, it elevates me too. So let's go now to the nitty-gritty structures or framework categories, how you can, with the 3 holistic business growth principles, amplify impact and wealth in the era of hybrid work. And I will reveal each of them. So make sure you have some notes to take and really, really listen. So the first principle, it is about weaving the purpose of your business in every thought, every decision, every step of your teams, and flatten a top-down org structure. And if you don't even have a top-down org structure, you will basically, by weaving the purpose, and you will see the samples, you will have a living holistic structure. Second is to identify those few connecting and igniting end-to-end measures, which are showing not only for you as the entrepreneur or CEO for the reporting sake, but it is showing for your teams how they are beautifully monitoring the business health holistically from stage 1 to the final stage. And the last, it is establishing holistic business meetings and connecting your teams to work for one purpose and impact every day. It doesn't matter if they are physically coming to the office or manufacturing site, or they do that remotely. Okay, so let's deep dive into the principle number 1, which is weaving the purpose of business in every thought, every decision, and every step. And I know when I say that, the critical Laura, if for the first time she would hear this, she would say, oh gosh, this is like, rainbows and unicorns and everything is pink and cloudy. What do I mean by weaving the purpose of business in every thought and every decision? You most likely have been seeing the value stream mapping. You've been seeing some kind of process mapping. I know you did in one of your business schools, or with the consultants you've been working. Now, the difference with the holistic business map, which is used here, and you see that it is simple. First of all, as the holistic CEO, you are asking bolder and more questions which are gluing the teams and shifting the mindset to walk away from the functional chair of sales or marketing and to really start looking to the right and left and connecting the dots and understanding the dependencies of the business as a whole. So these are the questions. What is the purpose of our business from clients, suppliers, people's, shareholders, and planet's perspective? Write that down, align it together. Of course, it takes time. I know we will not go into these details now, but you can do it. Once you've done that, think about and ask the question. Now, knowing that this is the purpose and maybe even impact, what we are aiming for, how can our business be designed end-to-end to meet all these purposes? How can it be designed? So when you think about design in a simple way, what I like doing, it is simply taking the perspective of value stream mapping and putting those kind of stages, and you see some of the stages here: evaluation of a new project, creating samples, receiving confirming orders. There are some before, some after, just a print screen. And then drilling deeper, saying, so when we have these stages, what is the purpose of that stage by looking at the bigger purpose, and what is the great or the ultimate good result of that stage, which helps us to fulfill the bigger purpose. And the final question, which is completely changing people's mindset, and we are always seeing that there is so many energy released and so much tension released in cultures of teams. It is the last question. So who are responsible, plural, who are responsible for this stage? Who is kind of contributing by delivering what type of information and decisions, and who is coordinating that teamwork? And where you see those nested teams, as some of our clients, they say, oh, Laura, that's flowers. I say, fine, that's flower. So when a team understands that, for example, within a process of creating awareness in the market, it's not only the marketing as a function or a person alone responsible for the ultimate result of the stage. It's kind of understandable for them that they are not, it's not a one-man show. It's not a kind of siloed show. We are here together with the end goal in mind. And then it's really easy when they understand that when that mindset shift happens, it's really easy for you to put business meetings in it. And the holistic CEO, he knows that a top-down org chart literally doesn't show the interactions of the teams, and it neither reflects the purpose. And he knows that every time in their onboarding process, when a new person comes in to work, and with all the freelancers maybe he is hiring, he wants to show that person how that business works as a whole, so they understand their impact, they understand the contribution, and from day one they can feel big, being a part of your organization or your company. So therefore, creating the holistic business structures, it helps for teams to collaborate and understand that it's not a functional show, and my function cannot be green and yours red, because it just doesn't work like that. Okay, so the holistic CEO, he basically creates nested teams based on interactions by looking at the whole. He unfolds very, very clear, really clear, broad, and actually broadens responsibilities and roles. And guys, many of our prospects, they're saying holistic means something, like chaotic. No, it's not. Believe me, I am perfectionist from nature. So when we work with clients and when we are sharing in our communities for brave entrepreneurs how they can redesign those org charts, we say we have to be very clear on what type of decisions these teams are making in these meetings and why they are gathering. They have to understand that. So we are knitting all of that either together or you're doing it alone, depending how you choose. And melting down those walls and silos between teams and departments and connecting everyone to your bigger purpose. So saying yes to weaving the purpose of your business end to end is the highest yield and biggest return on investment you can give to your company as the CEO or entrepreneur. Just find time, start doing that, and you'll see the elevated results really fast. Please promise me that you will no longer water down the purpose of your business empire in a top-down structure. There is a better way, and you saw that way, how to create clarity and order for your teams. Let's go to principle number 2. Oh, that's the one I am in love with. I always feel as a detective in all bigger companies, taking their reporting KPIs and focusing and trying to understand how these KPIs are relating to the big purpose. So let's drill into something we call end-to-end measures. We try not to use word KPI simply because it has this negative kind of color in the world and in the teams. So we say measures which are uniting your teams to work together. So in this principle, I will share an example of a facility management company, and we will together look how KPIs fulfilling or helping us to fulfill the purpose and get the result, and how KPIs can create conflicts between the teams and how it can drive wrong behavior. Because at the end of the day, this masterclass is all about bringing awareness for you when at the moment you feel that your company is growing from, I will not mention how many people you know better, you will say, okay, I remember what Laura said, and I will do my best to find those purpose-anchored end-to-end measures. But before that, everything you knew about top-down business performance meetings, red and green functional KPIs or bonus systems need to change. So let's take a look at the facility management company, which is serving both B2C and B2B. And for the simplicity, I kind of made this end-to-end business cycle smaller. So the board and the CEO, they are cascading these 5 directions: growth, efficiency, cost awareness, satisfying clients, and of course, happy employees. And each of the department managers or heads of teams, they say, fine, we hear those directions. They had a strategic session. It was brilliant. They had some wine afterwards. Everything went fantastically well and elevated energy. And they made a decision that all the heads, they will talk with the teams. They will do some coaching sessions with the teams, and they will bring their view from their function, how they are impacting that purpose, those 5 directions. So the marketing head of marketing sits down with the team, sales director sits down with the team, development director and client support director has coaching sessions with the team or engaging sessions. What they come up with, it is that, okay, there are some measures which we can embed in our daily work, and this is how we will be sure that people in our teams vertically in silos are contributing to efficiency, cost, satisfied client, maybe, and growth. So marketing director came with a measure that we will be generating leads, as many leads as possible for the budget we got. It's simply our work and duty to deliver these leads for the sales. Fine. Now the sales director said, I will be doing everything possible to drive our revenues up, because this is growth. This is what we need at the end of the day. And happy clients will be there because we'll have many of them, and happy employees. So let's do more sales. Development team is saying, ooh, yeah, they want growth. They want us to be cost aware. Let's start kind of looking at billable and non-billable hours and understand that where our kind of time goes, because we want to be sure that we're billing for everything. We want growth. And then the client support, which is like basically after sales, they say, well, we don't want to have like very little or none open tickets. We want to provide best service really fast. Within 2 minutes, we have, they came up with that number. It's not here, I know, but within 2 minutes, we have to respond to the client and close the ticket. Now let's look what type of behavior these KPIs are driving in silos. Generate leads, that would mean, okay, I have to be sure that I'm spending 100% of the given budget in the most creative ways, because I want to keep all of my people next year. If I will show that I am able to spend less and drive the same amount of right leads next year, they are most likely not going to give me the same budget. Sales say, okay, we don't care if, development team can deliver and what's the capacity. Our job is just to make sales, produce contract after contract, because at the end of the day, we want to get bonus. Development, bill endless hours. When sales are selling, bill, deliver, receive bonus too. And the last, client support, they say, well, okay, we want to close all open tickets really, really fast within 2 minutes and receive bonus so we can get more salary than this minimum or average salary. See what happens. And if you ask yourself, how are these teams fulfilling the purpose and impact of the business as a whole? They don't. They are fulfilling their individual perspective of what is. the business as a whole, because they see only very little narrow part of their function. And all these KPIs and that behavior is driving us from that purpose, because the purpose of the facility management company is to safeguard the value of real estate properties and create cozy environment to live. Now, if we look separately at these KPIs, all of them make sense. All of them always make sense. But if there are some, let's say, consultants listening or coaches listening, process coaches listening, you should look at the business as a whole and try to see how at the end of the day that drives behaviors. Because normally, from the beginning, we are having problems because sales guys are pouring a lot of water in our capacity, and we not necessarily understand that this is the real demand, and we don't understand the levels of our capacity. So we are not able to give right promises and not even deliver right promises to clients. So make sure that purpose equals measures and equals behavior you want as the holistic CEO who is the brilliant architect to design your living system. Now, those end-to-end measures, there are many of them. Most often they are qualitative measures before they can be quantified. But if you can have this principle in mind, that there are these kind of moments, like the one dealing or iterating with a client before the contract happens, there is a promise-giving moment to the client, and many organizations and even teams of smaller companies and the one in an implantology clinic, which I've shared, they never had this expression in their culture, in the team's kind of vocabulary, giving promise to the client. Nobody ever asked them, how do we give clients promises? At what information we look together? What type of criteria we have to evaluate to be more sure than less sure, right? So just always look at the moment of input, then when you are and how you are giving promises to clients, and how when you give a promise to the client, how you're actually fulfilling it to the moment you are receiving money and receiving feedback. As well, look at the queuing, because in the silo mentality, when we're so focused on us as individuals and like silo teams, we don't look at the queuing, meaning that I'm not looking like what type of maybe queue is in front of me, or what type of the queue I'm pushing further down the system. So, and there are many measures, and some of them are here. I will not go deeper into that, but like a couple of you, which are really important measures. It is value and failure demand from clients. It is type and frequency, and you can Google it. Is Dr. John Seddon behind that, my guru and one of my brilliant teachers. And of course, lead time from first contact to contract, and right promise delivery end to end. That's really, really crucial. And of course, your kind of profitability and cash flow predictability is important. And this is the holistic way to look at your organization from beginning to the end, and identify core, essential 6, 7, maximum 8 measures. You can glue your teams to it, so you can be sure that when you are not there, or when it's you're running the business in a hybrid or remote environment, people can know and understand what is it at the end of the day you all expect from each other as this collective consciousness. So promise me you will stop measuring separate functions. If you ever been doing that, please don't, because you're let your nested teams measure the business health end to end. And as the holistic CEO and an architect of your beautiful business empire, you can basically help them and support to be able to do that. And change wrong behavior, encouraging bonuses. because as you saw, let's say when sales has a bonus to deliver, and others have the bonus to be busy within the function, so it can give really, really wrong domino effect, negative effect for your profits, and for the teams, I mean for the whole business. So make sure that you are finding a way to share your profits in a collective manner. So committing to align measures with your business purpose, guys, it will unite and elevate everyone to work for one big impact and co-create value long term. And once you've done, once you mapped the holistic business as the whole, with the stages, weave the purpose into the stage, define the roles, the responsibilities, the decision-making, blah, blah, blah. When you created the end-to-end measures and you embedded those, the last principle, and really simple, is just inevitable after you made the first actually two. It is to create those holistic, either we love daily meetings, short daily meetings as a stand-ups, as maybe something Lean has as a daily visual management, or Agile, it can be weekly as well. But those daily holistic meetings, it is all about not having those lagging KPIs and nonsense KPIs to report how busy you were in your function, so you feel safe delivering this illusion of control to your boss. But it is all about to foresee what's around the corner. What are the risks we can mitigate? What type of decisions we can make, looking at our purpose, seeing like what all these obstacles emerged during a day, maybe during hours. So daily holistic business meetings are kind of helping us to weave the information and decision making with clients, suppliers, and teams. It completely melts down the walls between departments. It continues to encourage us to think holistically from beginning to the end, and to understand that I am here as an employee who is delivering such a massive value for the whole, because it doesn't matter who I am, assistant, an operator. I want to know how on a daily basis I am impacting the business as a whole, and how my piece of work is flowing, or going, or being sent and impacting others. So having those daily holistic business meetings will help you to create really, really strong strategy execution muscles, because all these three principles I am delivering today, it's all about the basics. And when some of our prospects say that, oh gosh, we are not ready for the holistic business framework. No, you are ready. This is the foundations. We have startups working with us together and embedding these principles from the moment they are designing product or service. This is the fundament for your most audacious business dreams to be fulfilled. So the holistic daily meetings of those 15 to 30 minutes will create the speed and adaptiveness. But as I said, everything you knew about the reporting top down, you will have to change that. And I'll not go deeper into this. And as you see in the pictures, once you have it, you can use it remotely. You can use it physically in your headquarters, on your manufacturing sites. But what I love about these holistic business meetings, there are two things. I love, the proudest moment for me always when I work with clients is to see that they realize that they are literally owning the decision making of the business as the whole. And I can see that in the way their energy is shifting. I can see that in the way the tension is gone. And it creates a culture of accomplishers. Because there are many companies where we come in, it's just many people are saying we got everything, and then they are just tossing with other shiny balls and many other brilliant ideas and putting those into to-do lists. But daily holistic business meetings, they allow the team to see where are those leveraging points or actions and what are they, and they are focusing only on to execute these. Rather than run as chickens without heads, as I say. So that's my proudest moments. It is to see that the team suddenly is making decisions about many things, and they have this collective knowledge about the business as the whole. As the holistic CEO, you know better than anyone that the distance between your most audacious impact and the results is called discipline. And it is your responsibility to build the holistic business empire and follow your most audacious dreams, guys. And no more top down, no more one-man show. You are meant for more. What is a significant change you choose to create as the holistic CEO? And what legacy do you want to build as the holistic CEO? I am inviting you to apply for the interview call with me and Vilma and look at your system, at your unique business, at your unique impact. And we will give you the ways and advise how you can design those holistic business systems to grow your business beyond linear hierarchies and not being kind of stuck on your own. We will share with you how you can create very clear end-to-end responsibilities so you can embed those into daily routines, and we will elevate your thinking beyond the mainstream ways and give valuable ideas how you can maybe leap from the current situation to where you want to be. So apply, guys, because I know that the calendar is beneath the screen you are watching. It's always amazing to talk to you and see what is actually your legacy. We will only take you on as a client if we are confident that you are ready to fully step into the role of the holistic CEO. And what do I mean by that? It is that I want you to be able to spend at least a couple of hours with me and my team weekly for 3 months, because this is where we can give a full guarantee that we have given you not only the mindset, but as well all the needed principles and selected carefully all leveraging tools and embedded them, because at the end of the day, we want to be sure that you are all of that is delivering you massive amplification in impact and wealth. And we will only take you on as a client if we are sure we can amplify your impact and wealth by millions. If there is suddenly a company producing cigarettes coming, we are saying no to you, because that's not the place where we want to deliver our energy. Because we are looking for conscious leaders and only conscious leaders, 1 million of them by 2027, who are ready to elevate their lives. And I know that you most likely started your business because you hate having any type of command and control from above, or you took a role as the CEO and you are eager to create your own playground and rewrite, literally the history of hierarchical ways of growing the business. And if you want to rub the shoulders with the gifted leaders globally, our Holistic Enterprise Lounge is opened, and applications are Application process is open, so please, guys, apply. We are always eager, as I said, to meet each of you and give you valuable advice, because our mission and my job and my team's job, it is to make us all aware and co-create this beautiful community of elite, brave leaders globally who can out-innovate all these top-down linear structures, and not only create amoebas and lattice, but maybe come up with our own new forms and symbols matching your unique business context. And if you think that your teams are not ready for that yet, again, don't worry, we've got you. We are working always with the teams, and there is a process behind that. We will definitely make sure that your team is buying into this, that there is a value into that, because at the end of the day, it's not only you who will need to spend some hours with us later on. All these hours your team will need to spend to set those structures and systems in the place. But as well, remember, earlier you do that, less it's gonna cost. And I know that it's not about the money. Mostly you will have your mindset and your energy amplified, and you will be able to grow beyond you're restricting yourself. And if you don't think it can work in your niche, we have worked in 30 plus verticals, from police, ambulance, waste management, real estate development, construction, dental clinics, healthcare, education, you name it, it's there on our website. I am 1000% sure it will fit for your unique context and the system as well, because every system has the impact, and every system has a purpose, and every system has teams. And we will carefully select right a solution and lead you and take you by the hand towards the result. And you may wonder if this is the right time for you. It is a natural question. Don't worry. We will find the right rhythm aligned as well with your context. And once you are in our community, we will continuously nurture our relationships, and sooner or later, once you will be ready, you will be able to join. So make sure that you are joining one of our groups, either on Facebook or on LinkedIn. LinkedIn follower, not the group. So your empire desires you to grow all the time. Just remember that. If you may want one thing, your impact has limited time to grow. And if you think your business is too small for that yet, no, we have to start now, because this is the principles, the Holistic Business Foundation. Please just take all these principles, what I've shared with you, join our Facebook group. There are another videos in there. There is as well a case study where we are mapping this business, a holistic map, and you can do it. Even though if you are like one person designing your new breakthrough business idea, it is my responsibility and my team's to give you the holistic system glasses during the virtual call. Apply, and I am looking forward to meeting you. I am Laura Garritz, who've been delivering this masterclass. And if for some of the reasons, some of you will want to connect with me on LinkedIn, please do that too. Bye, guys.